the apexes as much as possible, keep the min speed up to gain the maximum amount of time possible. So we're gonna see some invalidations there throughout this qualifying session. As Joe Peco, and then Hias then takes the standard for qualifying at 59.8, and that's a really good time,
Wow.
a new benchmark for all the drivers to beat.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the timing boards, it's all purple, and compared to second place, it looks amazing. I think Jerry messed up on his sector 2 by quite a bit, otherwise he would have also gotten a sub 1 minute. Other than that, they are the only two drivers who have put their times on the board with 7 minutes left to go. Just have to see how many other drivers can put theirs on.
59.8, and surely it can be done a lot faster. We've seen in free practice, Michelo did at 21.8 in that second sector.
Wow.
And arguably for me as a driver, on behalf of all the drivers, sector 2 is possibly the hardest to nail, because you have to cut these apexes to keep the minimum speed up, because that is where you gain all the time. If you can't do that, you're gonna be out. Simple as that.
Well, I think we can all safely say that Hay is quite a bit ahead of Joey at the moment, as he set a pole sector 2 on his out lap. I'm not sure how that's possible. Either way, I think that was Sebastian, who's just set a 101.7, brought himself into P4, as he now cools down. But we still have around, is that 9 drivers who haven't, no, not even 9, 8, no it is 9 drivers haven't set lap time yet with 5 minutes left. Sebastian's just hit the sausage curb massively there. But yeah, what a lap he has done at the moment. Hasn't had any other drivers pushing him for quite a bit now. So yeah.
Yes, a large number of drivers have not set a lap yet in the first half of qualifying. As I say that, Speed for H then gets himself up to P2 then with a lap only 6 milliseconds away from that sub 1. So still a large number.
But by the looks of it, I think he might just get into Q2. Sinks still hasn't set a lap time. I think he is on a hot lap at the moment, however.
Yes,
Joe Peco.
Fire likely won't go through the Q2 of that, because we still have a number of drivers have to set the lap. One of them is Dungeon, and he will surely get a good lap in if he can get one together. Bocanado, who just joined Q1, so he'll be at a bit of a disadvantage as he won't get as many laps in as the other drivers.
Yeah, and that's what you need to be keeping yourself awake for, depending on whatever region you live in, because if you don't get on at the right time, you will be at a very bad disadvantage. I think that's only pretty much 1 or 2 proper laps for Poco and also Wynford, who have just joined. So they will need to set their laps quick enough. Top 8 go into Q2, so at the moment Fire will stay if these 6 drivers don't set a lap time now. As wow, Speed for Ages is just Speed for Ages. I'm not sure how long he's been like that. I'm not sure how long his lap has been like that. But he's only 5 thousandths away from a sub 59. My voice is going. So yeah, Speed for Ages in the Alpine.
As we say that,
what happened there from Speed?
Very interesting. He spawns a score as well. But as we say that, Sebastian, the rookie, gets himself up to 5 buff. And that is Dungeon, I think, who improved.
Yeah.
Yes, it is Dungeon, which leaves Firepuff on the brink. If one of the drivers below him sets a time faster, he'll be out. So, yeah, understandably enough, he is out on track, trying to improve and get himself through to Q2. But so far, Helios is actually the only one with a sub-minute time. All the drives below him really close.
They are getting really close. I think that's just Roblox Ion, who has just set a 1014. That is not enough. He's only one place away. That's what, 500th of a second from getting to the drop zone. The rookie right on the brink of Q2 with 1 minute left to go. 5 drivers still haven't set a lap time. I'm not sure what they will set when they do cross the finish line to start their hot laps. However, I don't think it will be quite enough to get into Q2.
Right, then after the clock hits that quadruple 0, you cannot start another lap. Any lap you set after that will be invalidated. So you have to start a lap now if you want to get in. Sebastian on the brink, and if someone behind him improves, he will not see Q2, which is something he really doesn't want. Understandably enough, he's doing laps. But he cuts, and he will not set another lap. That is it. He'll have to hope that everyone behind him will not improve.
I think he's trying to cut as many corners. I know it's not going to happen. He's tried to cut a lot of corners to try to get to the finish line quick enough. But he has given up. And that is Sebastian left on the brink of Q2. However, I'm not sure how many drivers will improve because Sebastian might not be the only one that's going to get kicked out. So it's only a matter of time. 4 drivers left: Pocanaldo, Korea, Refloy and Taurafal. All left to set a lap time, otherwise they are also out, with the drivers ahead until Roblox having to improve their lap times if they want to get into Q2. Speed for Easy has just set a 59.8, the second driver to set a sub 1 minute. I'm not sure when he set that, but I don't think it matters, even if he set it after, because he would have stayed and went to Q2. However, Sebastian does seem to have possibly survived.
As Jerry is the first to finish this lap, let's go on board with him as he goes through the only braking point in that first sector. I think he went a little bit wide. Did he invalidate? Yes, he did invalidate. As Dungeon sets the standard at 1 minute point 2.
Yeah, it is set the standard at the moment as Michael Lopak just gets behind him by less than a tenth. Dungeon is ahead at the moment, but you've got to remember there are still 8 minutes left of Q2, so I'm 100% sure this won't be the quickest lap of the session, as I'm pretty sure, Hales and Jerry Paco both invalidated their laps. Jerry invalidating his lap on sector 3 and Hales invalidating his lap in sector 2. That's why he bailed out later on.
People got their first decent lap in Dungeon and Michello. So let's see, will they be the top ones in Q2 then? Since Dungeon, we've seen him free practice, he has an advantage here because he had some laps on the mediums, whereas most others won the softs. So Dungeon and Michello, the only two to have finished their laps, and they can have a little bit more confidence to be pushing on their next laps.
I think most drivers are trying to start their hot laps because they are cutting the track as much. Got a purple and that's just gone into P3 with 4 minutes left to go. Michael Lopak does need to do some improving if he wants to stay in his position, or if he wants to go further and even improve. Sebastian, the rookie, hasn't set a lap time yet. He's not last, but in terms of setting a lap, he hasn't found one yet. He's just found a green sector 2, sorry, coming around in the final corner. Let's see how he will fare. I think he's just invalidated.
Nope. I think he did actually invalidate. I think it was. I thought it was right on the limit, but he did cut it by a tiny bit. So really unfortunate for him. Speed is just started on his lap, and as I've talked about it, get some bumps, and he invalidates as a result. And I've talked about it. Sector 2 is not only skill dependent, as Michael also gets another bump, so he has to do another lap as well. But I've talked about it. Sector 2 is a really tight sector. You have to nail all the corners if you want to set a really good time. And so far, Jelly has done that the best, I think. Unless that is his validated lap. I've not seen him on a grid since that lap. Beautiful lap so far from Dungeon. Sticks around, cuts the apex pretty decently, as he sets at 22.4 in its second sector, which is not the fastest, but it is still quite decent, as he sets up for this apex. Got as much as possible. I think he cut it almost perfectly. Dungeon, where does he go? That is that sub-minute time on the medium tires. 59.9.
That Sector 3 saved him quite a bit. A 15.9. Sector 3. His Sector 2 wasn't the best, let's put it that way. However, it has paid him back with a Sector 3. Sub 16 second Sector 3. That scored him at 59.9. Michael Lopak still in P2. No one challenging Dungeon. There's a 4/10 gap at the moment. Nothing really. I mean, I think Michael Lopak has invalidated his Sector 1. So he's going to restart his lap. So, Michael Lopak is
actually out in qualifying. He does not have enough time to spend another lap. So, yeah, interesting to see here. Sebastian and Jerry both don't have a lap. Jerry is actually not on track at the moment, so no idea what's up with him. But let's see here, Sebastian has nothing to lose. He needs to set a lap, and I have had situations where I have not set a lap in the dying moments. What I do is just go for a normal lap and not push. However, Sebastian has not followed my advice. He invalidated the first sector, and he's going to be out in qualifying down in P7.
Wow, that is not what he wanted. I don't think it will be lost, however. But yeah, I think that is it. I'm not sure there is any other drivers. Oh, Fireprof is, I think, the only one with GKSR, sorry. Both Williams, as they're going around same corners. They are about to finish their laps. I'm not sure if they have any decent laps on them. They both have yellow sectors, so
I don't think they'll improve. They're too slow there. So let's just wait and see. Maybe there's a chance. Let's see as they cross the line. GKS just not improve.